You all, how many are ready to eat? Now we say this every week. We're at the restaurant. We done had the appetizer. We can talk, hug, and everybody's at the table.
That's right.
So it's time to eat, right? So I'm going to say, come and get it. And time to eat. I come running down the stairs. But sometimes it ain't anything you want. But you got to eat anyway, amen? Turn with me to Genesis, the 25th chapter. I like to get right into it, you all. And I know I say this every week, but I won't be before you long. I know I say it every week. And I won't be before you long. I'm just not a long-winded person. Amen? Amen. Genesis, the 25th chapter. We're going to begin at verse 19. And we're going to read verses 19 through 34. Amen?
All right, come on.
And the word of the Lord reads, this is the genealogy of Isaac, Abraham's son. Abraham begot Isaac. Isaac was 40 years old when he took Rebekah as his wife, the daughter of Bethuel of the Syrian of Padan Aram, the sister of Laban the Syrian. Now Isaac pleaded with the Lord for his wife because she was barren. Somebody say she was barren.
She was barren.
Amen. And the Lord granted his plea, and Rebekah, his wife, conceived. But the children struggled together within her, and she said, if all is well, why am I like this? So she went to inquire of the Lord. Y'all, we have some scripture to read today, so stay with me. Verse 23, and the Lord said to her, 2 nations are in your womb. 2 people shall be separated from your body. One shall be stronger than the other, and the older shall serve the younger. So when her days were fulfilled for her to give birth, indeed there were twins in her womb, and the first one came out red. He was like a hairy garment all over, so they called his name Esau. Somebody say Esau.
Esau.
Not seesaw, but Esau. Afterward, his brother came out, and his hand took hold of Esau's heel. I want y'all to get that visual. His hand took hold of Esau's heel, saying, wait a minute. So his name was called Jacob. And Isaac was 60 years old when she bore them. Verse 27, reading to 34. So the boys grew, and Esau was a skillful hunter, a man of the field, but Jacob was a mild man dwelling in tents. And Isaac loved Esau because he ate of his game, but Rebekah loved Jacob. Now Jacob cooked Esau a stew. And Esau came in from the field, and he was weary. Y'all, there go that word weary again. Y'all remember that word weary? Now, we talked about weary for a couple times within the last month. So I want y'all to say weary.
Weary.
And Esau said to Jacob, please feed me with the same red stew. Pay attention to that word red. Yeah. Please feed me with the same red stew, for I am weary. Therefore his name was called Edom. But Jacob said, sell me your birthright as of this day. And Esau said, look, I am about to die. What is this birthright to me? Then Jacob said, swear to me as of this day. So he swore to him and sold his birthright to Jacob. And Jacob gave Esau bread and stew of lentils. Then he ate and drank and arose and went his way. Thus Esau despised his birthright. Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah, that ain't good.
I want to talk to you from the subject today of I ain't that hungry. Come on, I want y'all to look at that paper. I want y'all to look at that today. I want to talk to y'all from the subject today of I ain't that hungry. Somebody say I ain't that hungry. Now watch this. In this particular passage, we see a struggle between 2 very different people that come from the same place. These guys were brothers, you all. And in this passage, these 2 very different people come from the same place. We meet Esau, the eldest son of Rebekah, who comes out of his mother's womb red and hairy all over. And we meet his younger brother Jacob, who grabs the foot of Esau as he's exiting his mother's womb. Y'all, these are 2 very different people. but they coming from the same place. The Bible gives these characteristics to point out the significance of these very different individuals that come from the same place. How many of y'all have ever grew up with a person, whether it's a friend or a family member or a close friend, and came to the realization that no matter how similar our backgrounds are, we are two different people?
Amen.
I want you to look at your neighbor and tell them right now, we two different people. Y'all listen. We are the sons of God, and those people are not. I ain't gonna call them what I want to call them. Call them God's love, because God loves people. But y'all, we two different people. Somebody need to realize that today. We may look the same. We may come from the same place, but I'm cut from a different cloth. We two different people. The younger brother already let him know, hold up, big bro, you're going to have problems with me. He's already at the womb grabbing his brother's heels and saying, we going to have some problems. Y'all listen, I'm here to tell you today, you are two different people. There's some people around you that although you come from the same place, you grew up the same, something is different on the inside. Something is different about your heart. Something is different about your level of commitment. Something is different about your level of understanding. Something is different about the way you love. Something is different about the way you forgive. Embrace your difference. Because God says you're two different people. Now watch this. Lord knows I've had some friends that on the outside look like the sweetest people in the world. But on the inside, their moral compass went in a different direction. Y'all, that let me know that I was different. The Bible goes on to say that Isaac, who is the father of both boys, ain't no baby daddies going on here. Isaac, who is the father of both boys, loved Esau because he ate of his game. Now, the Bible classifies Esau as a skillful hunter and a man of the field. But Rebekah, who is the mother of both boys, loved Jacob. And the Bible classifies him as a mild man who dwelled in tents. Now, I don't know about y'all, but he didn't sound mild coming out that womb. He's already grabbing foots and feet already in the womb. But you're a mild man dwelling in tents. Follow me. Look at verse 29. Now Jacob cooked a stew, and Esau came in from the field, for he was what? Weary. How many of y'all ever been weary?
Come on, Pastor.
Yeah, y'all remember the story of David? When he fought against Isbibenob, he was what? Weary. How many of y'all ever came in the house weary? How many of y'all ever came into the church weary? There goes that word weary again. Weary means physically or mentally exhausted by hard work. It means fatigue, and it also means tired. And Esau said to Jacob, please feed me with the same red stew, for I am weary. Therefore his name was Edom. Y'all watch that weariness. Y'all watch that weariness, because it could cost you all. Listen, don't you think it's mighty strange how the devil attacks you when you're tired and you're weary? Who want to fight a person at full strength? Let me tell you when you don't want to fight me. Me. You don't want to fight me around 9 o'clock fresh off the workout. You don't want to do that. You don't want to do that. You don't want to fight me. You want to catch me around 10 o'clock. The day long, you probably can get whatever you want out of me. I'm tired. The enemy always comes when you're weary. He always comes after you paid all the bills. Then here comes something else. He comes to you after you had the long conversation and you thought you had that understanding with that person, and here comes something else. After you argue with your spouse over and over, here comes something else. After you had to talk with your kids, after you brought them to Sunday school and Bible study, after all that, here comes something else. The devil attacks you when you're weary. It's for a purpose, you all. Watch this. So when Esau comes home, he's in a place where he's tired and depleted from the work that he was doing. Y'all, you get weary because you're working. Right? Who get weary laying at home in the bed? You get weary because you are working and you are trying. So Esau says to his brother Jacob, please feed me with that same red stew, for I am weary. Now the Bible already said that Esau was born of a reddish color. So when Jacob was cooking that red stew, the redness of the stew was symbolic to everything that appeased Esau. Now Esau was born red. The Bible would not give you that characteristic if it was not for a reason. It would have said two brothers was born. But he called one brother kind of red and hairy, and he just said the other brother was a brother. So when Jacob was cooking that red stew, the redness of that stew was symbolic to everything that appeased Esau, because he was a reddish color. Ain't it something how the devil will cook up something just the way you like it?
Right now.
Just the way you like it. What you like in that gumbo? Huh? You like the crab legs? You like the shrimp? You like the spices? Y'all listen. And listen, I want y'all to realize how cunning the enemy is. How cunning the serpent is. Even though we laugh at you all, he's this cunning. I'll cook it up just the way you like it. No, I'm not going to jump. Watch this. All with the intentions of feeding your flesh so he can starve your spirit later. I'm going to say that again. The devil will cook it up just the way you like it to feed your flesh now. But you can believe if you partake of what the enemy is serving, you will starve later. I'm going to tell you again, if you partake now of what the devil is cooking up for you, he's cooking up that bitterness, he's cooking up that resentment, I'm talking about he's boiling it all together, and he's making it just for you. If you partake now, you will starve later. Watch this. When I was younger, the wife not in the room, but I told this story. I said, let me take a drink. Y'all know I take a drink. Y'all, real quick, I want us to just give a happy birthday to Pastor Mel's sister. Happy birthday this morning. She could have been anywhere in the world, but she's right here with us. Yeah, how he know? Oh, that's the discernment, ain't it? No, Pastor Mel told me, amen. The boy good. Amen. All right, now watch this. Now we're talking about how the devil will cook it up for you. So, listen, I'm a transparent guy. I'm never going to stand before you and act like me and my wife has never went through problems. So my wife and I was going through some issues in the marriage, and I would say out of my mouth, man, you know, well, if I could just give me a little something on the side. Can I be honest? Yeah. I didn't say that since I was a pastor now. Let me clear that up. I'm talking about early on. I've been married 10 years, so we talking about 10 years ago. Year number 1. You were saying what? But anyway. But I was always, you know, whenever we would get into something, I would say, look side, look, young thing. And guess what the devil did? He cooked it up just the way I liked it. There was a shampoo girl that came to the shop. She was young, she was cute, she was 19. And one night she said, TK, can you give me a ride to the house? No. Let me stop. She said, yo, I don't have a ride. Can anybody give me a ride? Now, I'm already knowing. Oh, here you go. I'm already knowing. So everybody like, I can't do it. I gotta go do it. And she come up, TK. You give me a ride? Where you live at? I live in Dalton. All right, come on. Right by your house. Y'all, I get to Dalton and the conversation was going in a place where it should not have been.
All right now.
I tell you that to tell you this. He cooked it up just the way I like it. Thank God for the character and the man that I was, that it never went anywhere. Amen. But he cooked it up just the way I like it. And every time we was in the shop, she would flirt. I would be shampooing. She would get right next to me, bump me a little bit. TK, you know. But he was cooking it up just the way I like it. So I prayed. I said, Father God, I'm going to mess up. How many of y'all ever been honest with yourself? How many of y'all ever just been truthfully honest? Listen, y'all, I got saved just like y'all did. We ain't always been, probably, have we always been this way? No. We got saved just like everybody else, and y'all had some issues. Yeah. And so I said, Father, but I was smart enough to say, Father God, this is a problem. Give me strength I just got married. Come on. Next thing you know, about 2 weeks later, I got a job.